I am here in Dauin on Negros Island in the Philippines, which is an amazing diving location. And one of the rightfully most popular dive sites is right behind me. That's Poblacion, which means village. And this is a mixed dive site between a muck diving sandy area and an area with a lovely reef. There's so much to see. On weekends, this is a picnic location and a location for field trips, outings for locals and tourists alike. You're not going to be alone here when you're on the beach. Underwater, you're going to be amazed by all the things you see. So let's check it out. How to get there, how to dive it, what to see. Okay, let's check out where we are. Of course, as always, when talking about the dive sites in Dauin, we are on Negros Island in the Philippines, and this is the muck diving paradise of Dauin. On the southeastern corner of the island, in the background, that's the big volcano Mount Talines. This little kink you see just north of Poblacion, a secret corner. I covered that dive site in another video. And in the north, in the very north, you see Dumaguete City, the provincial capital. So Poblacion means village, and this dive site is just off the main village of Dauin. And this is a very schematic drawing. There's an access road where you can reach the beach. There is the Ivy Mays dive shop and the Mabuhay dive shop. There's Gracie's Resort on the left, and there is a muck diving sand area on the left side. We will cover this in another video. What we will cover today is the reef on the right side. That starts where that volleyball net is, and there are also these two lines of buoys in between. There's some boat traffic, bunker traffic. Be very careful in that area. Preferentially don't surface there, but explore the sides. So if we enter there, at the volleyball net, we see this reef just transitioning into the sandy area, and right there in just a few meters of depth we have this beautiful reef. Very nice coral diversity. There is encrusting, massive and staghorn-like coral forms. Very rich fish life. Many different species of damselfish living among these corals, and the fish are actually quite used to people. So this is a very successful sanctuary for many years. People have dived there and not fished there, and fish, as you probably know by now when watching my channel, fish are quite smart animals, so they understand that they're not being hunted. So here we see this pair of butterfly fish, and specifically these humphead bannerfish. Butterfly fish often move in couples. This again is just in about 5 meters of water. The fish let me come very close. Lovely experience to be eye to eye with these beautiful tropical animals. We can see turtles. This is a green turtle. Note the remora, which is a small fish on the back of the turtle, and it seems that this turtle is getting a scratch from the underside of this block of corals. So turtles like to do that, they like to rid their carcass of algae and barnacles which grow there. Everybody likes a back scratch, also the turtles. Again, the turtles are used to people. Here we have a latticed butterfly fish feeding on coral polyps, and again, whenever you're engaging in underwater videography, you are working with the animals. So I have no doubt that this fish knew I was there, but it was essentially confident enough around people that it let me follow it. So I'm about a meter away from this fish, and I could film it nicely. When you go deeper along the reef, there is this large field of Staghorn corals, and on top of this there are lots of these damselfish, and I believe that's Chromis terratensis, and massive schools of these, and also big schools of these purple antheas, the Pseudanthias tuca. This is in about 15 meters. This area then transitions into a sandy area, then there's another patch of reef, another sandy area, and another patch of reef. Now, more of the chromis in mid-water. It's always a beautiful sight to see the belly. A very interesting and rare fish is the mushroom coral pipefish. That's this white worm-like animal in the middle of this mushroom coral. So for about 2 years, starting in 2020, this fish was found at the bottom left corner, so basically at the northeast corner of the reef at about 22 meters. Unfortunately, Typhoon Odette blew away that particular mushroom coral, but I have high hopes that there will be a new larval mushroom coral pipefish settling somewhere along the Dauin Poblacion reef area. This was a fantastic experience to observe this rare fish. When you're coming up, there are some rubble areas, and that's not necessarily bad. There's a own particular fish fauna. This of course is a goldfish. Often you have nudibranchs, and even in the sand just next to the reef you have a lot of lovely fish life. This is a school of checks here, which is again very confident, close to divers. So check out this dive site. I've probably dived it hundreds of times. It's never gotten boring. Pay respect to the animals, don't break any corals, be nice to other divers, and see you next week.